No, not exactly. Provodnikov needs his jab and pot shotting. I think the jab of Provodnikov is going to be important. And if you don't see the jab, there's going to be problems perhaps with the body. But again, that jab just round dimensions. Provodnikov needs him to cooperate. He stays on the outside, he boxes. Well, Provodnikov's do damage. They're heavy. And you can see that
tonight against the unbeaten Russian Ruslan Provodnikov, round 3.
Away just the other night.
Back in New England.
Mickey was just going to, actually Mickey's going to be named the Foley Award winner, a better recipient than Mickey Ward.
Nobody has fought more on Friday Night Fights.
Well, when you thought about Friday Night Fights ESPN, you thought about Mickey.
Movies and TVs. The series Lights Out is going to be coming out this week.
I think that's going to do terrific, my friend. Provodnikov busting him up a little bit. There it is right there. Swelling down before it gets out of control. And right there.
We will see how that compromises Herrera here in round number 4.
You know,
that left eye's got a lot of weeds.
Yeah, and they're letting the weeds grow a little too long over there. You got to get on that swelling, not late in the game.
Oh, it's a good combination that time. I think we've ever seen him take a step back.
No, that would be something new.
Good action here to close out the 5th round. A right hand by Herrera. Stay with us, more to come. You see the ringside physician taking a look at that left eye. The more skilled was Mauricio, putting forth a fine effort tonight, especially
tougher situation, much tougher opponent.
Right hand to the body from Provodnikov.
See right now, Herrera to fall in and smother him. See again, Provodnikov allowed him
every which way you want it. Don't miss it. Oregon, Auburn, for all the marbles. Round number 7. That swollen left eye of Herrera, but still fighting smart.
Someone else's strength away. The other fighter must know what to do to counter that. Not to allow him to take his strength away. What I'm talking about.
Hands here early on has Provodnikov looking to move more damage to that left eye.
And part of being able to do what I'm calling on, and then obviously execution of what. No jab from Provodnikov, and what do you get? And look at the things they did well. They got to look at the things that they did find in some spots as the audience tweeted into Brian Kenny and picked up on things that are going to be needed to be corrected. We talked about that Herrera or Provodnikov has to correct his. If you're going to live by the sword, to be swung. And when you get inside, it's not always available to be, have to be capitalized on, again, with the better and better fighters. That's another bad habit we talked about earlier, where while you're reaching in for both participants.
That's going to be interesting. That's next week down in Key West. Daniel Edward of
Herrera, not in the position they need to be to do work, excavating work, digging. Allowing a very gritty Herrera to come in and go out. There's the jab.
There it was.
And you know, well, you have to shout a little bit of criticism to Herrera. He needs that jab. Starting to falter a little bit.
With that badly swollen left eye that just took another right hand.
Matter of fact, maybe I'll tweet you.
Don't text him that I...
Fade just a little bit physically, and as he falls in on the outside, that was a good example there, but Provodnikov did not pull the trigger.
Look at this combination from Herrera. Effort like this, while dealing with an eye that is shut, you really ask yourself, could you do this? Could you even put forth one?
What you see is the insides of a fighter. You see the character of a fighter.
It's the best.
And that's something that's been developed over many years. Because you come from a place that maybe gave you resources, I'm not allowing you to be better than me. I'm making a statement. I have the choice to make that statement. Herrera trying to make that statement.
They trade at the end of 11.
There was another opportunity. Herrera falls in there. That's where I would like to see Provodnikov.
Right eye of Provodnikov as Herrera was able to land a left hand, worsening on Herrera. I didn't think it could. There was a right hand, a combination.
Down to the end here. Time him on the way in with that right hand. Or the left hook, for the most part.
They bring it home. Last 5 seconds. Right hand from Herrera at the bell. That was a fighter's round right there. What an effort by Mauricio Herrera against the unbeaten Provodnikov.
And there's that jab that you didn't see enough of from Provodnikov, but there's the jab and the right hand from Herrera.
And now the new IBF North American Junior welterweight champion, Mauricio El Maestro Herrera. How about that? One eye, spirited effort throughout.